Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and this is Expedition Vikings. I am starting a new game. We're going to raid this village at some point. That looks like Ragnar and Rollo. Okay, so we are going to make our character. Okay, so we're going to go with I quite like this suave looking guy. Our complexion is going to be really white, really grey. So we're going to have blue eyes, hair colour, I think. Yeah, we're going to have this. Okay, we're going to be called Butaraldi, which means short one in Old Norse. But we are going to be, we're not going to be large. We're going to be about medium height. Yeah, stubble. We're going to have stubble. We're going to have... I think we're going to have a braided beard. I think that looks quite like him there. We're going to have a shaven... No, we're not going to have a shaven. He's got long hair there, but that's fine. We're going to have the undercut. Just say we had our hair cut. This is what we used to look like. Okay, so tunic. We're going to have fur lined. That looks really good. Heavy sleeves, braces, light sleeves. You know, I'm going to have braces and I'm going to have boots. We're going to make our primary colour red and then green. I think that's pretty cool. And then grey? Yes, I think grey looks pretty good. We look like a proper Viking warrior. So, we're going to be Butaraldi. This is good. I like him. He looks really good. He's just had a bit of a haircut. See, that looks good. Okay, we're going to go next. So these are the stat points. We aren't doing too bad. We have a block chance of 20%. Okay, so let's go with some sense. I think this affects mental resistance. God, that's really loud. We've got 2 points left. We're going to put it in strength, I think. So, you know what? We're going to actually put it 7 and 7 perception, so we can get accuracy. And we can get some more information in dialogue. Okay, so stats. We have 50 skill points. These are all different. So we've got perceptive skills here, utility skills, support skills, offensive skills. We might want something like leadership. I think that would be pretty cool. So let's go with 1 in that, and maybe 1 in axe, because, you know, we never know what we're going to get. Okay, and maybe a shield. Okay, so we have 32 points to spend. Fencer, okay, evade, dodge, bloodthirst, backstabber, avenger, adrenaline junkie. +3. Okay, we can upgrade this. I think that would be pretty good. Night owl, relentless. Okay, thick skin. I might go with that. Let's see if there's any other here really quick. Tactical move, that would be quite good actually. Oh, it's free for all characters. That's really good actually. What's this? Next. Oh, anticipate opening. I think I might take that. We've got 5 points left. So we don't have enough points to do this, but this is 8, 6, 3, low profile, half the chance of enemies target character, lone wolf, keen eye. That would be good if we was like going to be a sort of character that would be like an archer, but I think avenger. That's +10 damage on enemies that have downed an enemy ally. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. This seems really cool. And I have 2 points left. I'm gonna leave my 2 points. We can put it into something else later. I was hoping like for maybe leadership. Oh, there is leadership right there. Oh, okay, we can always... We've got 11 points, so let's go and put some in leadership so we can do maneuver and attack action. Gives an ally 1 hex of movement. Fantastic, so we're going to do that. We can't do that now. Okay. But that's fine. We are gonna... Got 5 points that we can play with. Maybe we'll go with Fencer now then. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna start the game. Logic Artists presents.
Your father was a great warrior and a good husband, but he was not a strong chieftain to his clan. As he travels to join his brothers in the halls of Valhalla, you must take his place. Our clan is beset by petty squabbles. Some amongst our people would contest your claim to leadership, as they sought discord our neighbors' plot against us. Gather your most trusted clansmen. Together you will face dangers which none can predict. You will be challenged on your leadership, your resolve, your wisdom. Build a ship and take your housecarls across the sea. Power and strength for our clan must be sought outside the Norse lands. If you show yourself to be bold, the gods will follow you into battle. Your legacy will live for 1,000 years beyond your time. Our clan must prevail.
That was really low. I don't know, but everything's really high. Like, that intro was really low. I don't know if that was because of one of my settings, but we shall see. Okay, so we're loading in combat. Oh, look. There's me, and then there's my men sailing towards the ships that way. You know, he looks quite familiar. He looks like Ragnar from the series Vikings, and that looks like Rollo. I don't know if that is intentional or not, but I like it. This guy looks like he's having aid me Odin in my effort to bind the struggles of a bygone time as glimmering light on glass. Okay, so this is me. It is the evening after your father's funeral. So, my father's been gone. Okay, continue. When you close your eyes, the image of his blazing ship shimmers in the dark behind your eyelids. It is not a common ritual this far south, but your mother, Astrid, who hails from the land of the Geats, insists on it. Other things of your neighbouring clans have come to attend your feast in his honour. Your father may not have been the most successful thane, but as a warrior, he commanded the respect of many. So this is sort of this is an RPG, and I'm really looking forward to building up our long hall, making it nice. There's quite a nice hearth right here. That'll be really cool. The guests are fleeing into your father's longhouse. The Thangs enter first, each trailing a modest group of warriors. Your mother leans in to whisper a few words of advice before she takes her seat. You should greet each of the Thangs before the feast begins, but listen well to their words. So this is our mother, okay, very nice. A few of them would benefit from making this a smooth transition. It will be important to know where they stand. Okay, so these are the people that we need to talk to. I think this is our friend over here. Nefja Hulman's daughter.
There you are. The feast seems to be off to a good start.
Wow, that made, so quest marker, okay, and then exploration. Okay, cool. Nefja is one of your oldest friends. Your families have always been close. You grew up together in the village. She's just finished pouring your mother's mug of mead. It's nice to see you out of armor for once. Huh, she snorts sarcastically. You've seen my sister in a dress before. Surely that's the same thing. She closes her eyes and rubs the bridge of her nose with her fingers. Gods, she was so excited to see me like this. I'd never hear the end of it. What is Ifura? A sardonic undertone creeps into Nefja's voice. My poor sister has fever again. She has such frail constitution. All this wet cold is hard for her. Mother stayed home to care for her. What do you think of our guests? She chuckles. Your fellow Things are certainly a proud and graceful bunch, even as they plot to murder you and take your lands. You think that poorly of them? She grimaces. Oh, I'm sure not all of them are actively plotting to kill us. I have a weird feeling about Skull, though. I doubt they call him Skull Cleaver for no reason. Halfdan plays the lovable old grump, but I know he has eyes on our harbour for years. Rangahilda, I'm not sure about. She probably has nothing to gain from destroying us, but she's little more than Sigurd Hering's appendage, and who knows where he stands. So Sigurd Hering is the father, supposedly, of Ragnar Lothbrok, from the sagas. Let's talk later. I have to be a good host. Good luck and watch your back. Okay, so we can sit down or we can just like talk to all of these people. So this must be the most pathetic mead hall in Jutland. Oh, she looks Hrothgrada. If you're going to insult our host, at least have the sense to whisper. I heard Sigurd has neglected his clan for years, but this is just sad. Maybe his own son will do a better job. I doubt he'll live long enough to get a chance. Okay. That's nice to know. A rabbit stew bubbles over the fire pit, spreading a delicious smell throughout the longhouse. Okay. There's Ketil. Who are these Sigurds? Can we... Ooh. Can't go over there yet. So let's talk to Skull Cleaver. Skull Cleaver is a thing of yelling, which borders your area. Yelling is a large territory, and Skull is one of the most powerful things in Jutland. Yelling has prospered under his rule. Skull pushes himself away from the table with his foot, the chair making a grinding sound across the wooden floor. His face shows earnest sympathy. Bolteroldi, my boy. Sorry about your father. If there's something the people of Yelling can do to aid you in these trying times, don't hesitate. Thank you for asking things, Skull. Of course, we all must stand together against the Frankish threat. Skull leans towards you, resting his elbow on the table. Tell me, what are your plans for this place? How will lead your clan? That's my business, Skull. I don't want to be too hostile to him. It's too soon for that kind of planning. Skull grins, his jovial gesture on the surface, but there's something else beneath. Yes, of course, you mustn't get ahead of yourself. There's plenty of time for getting into the swing of things later. He lets out a deep sigh and leans back into his chair. I'm sure you know, I fought with your father many years ago. We were very much of similar inclination, he and I. The man had a real taste for battle, not like his brothers. Mark my words, Bolteroldi, true bonds are forged in battle, not bound in blood. He came to me for advice before he mounted his last journey, on account of my ties to Kalpang. I should have warned him better about what he was getting himself into. He knew he was getting what he was getting, but he went anyway. That sounds like your father. I've taken up too much of your time already. I know you have more guests to entertain. Perhaps we'll talk later after a bit more mead. Skull nods to himself, then to you, and turns his attention to the food on the table. Okay, Halfdan. Let's go and talk to Halfdan. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Halfdan. Oh, he looks very jolly. He's a thing of slightly larger clan that borders your lands to the east. He wears a solemn expression and nods heavily when you approach him. Sigurd is in Valhall now, Bolteroldi. There's no doubt about it. He died doing what he loved. But while he feasts among the heroes, you're left here to sort out the pieces. You've got your work cut out for you. What do you mean? Your father managed to make quite a few enemies in his time, most of them among his own clan. If you'll permit me to be honest, he never paid one speck of attention to the wishes or needs of his people. Surely you're not expected to claim leadership to go uncontested? Yeah, I am the rightful thing. If anyone thinks otherwise, I will sort it out the traditional way. I'll win them over. I know many disagree with my appointment. It will be a difficult transition. Well, we'll find it out in the worse problems than having been solved at the tip of a spear or at the edge of a blade. May the gods favour you if it comes to that. Halfdan emptied his mug of mead in a single gulp, then slams the mug onto the table and calls to a thrall for a refill. A thrall is a slave in Old Norse tradition. Okay, so we can go to O. We can the feast. So this is where we can upgrade our skills, our items. I think this is where we can upgrade our long haul codex. We're not doing too bad. And then the pause menu. Okay, so we're going to continue. Rook Sigurdsson. Ah, your older brother Rook always had a penchant for music. He looks up and gives you a warm smile as you approach him. Do we look like brothers? I think we do. Gott kälvda, brother. Rorik grins. I mean, my honoured thing. How do you feel? I'm Rorik. I know our father is Wilhelm now. I don't think it's quite sunk in yet that father has gone. Rorik places a hand gingerly on your soldier. You could barely hear his soft voice over the din of the feast. Father was a warrior. There's no doubt he's feasting with Odin now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't be the older brother I was expected to be. You don't deserve to have to deal with this mess on your own. If anyone disrespects me, let me know about it. I'll make sure. Don't worry. Everyone knows you're the better warrior, a stronger-willed man than I. Nobody wants me as their thing. To tell you the truth, I think our clansmen are almost relieved as I am that you took this mantle. We'll talk later. Your brother flashes a cheeky grin. He does look like a cheeky little bastard. Just use the old signal if you need help to get out of the conversation with one of the other things. Okay, so Ketil. Oh, Aslif. Let's go talk to Aslif first. Aslif is a distant cousin. Leadership of the clan has moved between your side of the family and his for generations. He is known as a skilled warrior and a hard worker. Aslif sits with his two closest friends.
Our condolences on the passing of your father. At least he died the way he would have wanted. He will be feasting with the gods tonight.
He looks up when you approach his end of the table. Neither of his friends acknowledge your presence. His tone is respectful but slightly cold. Thank you. I hope there's no bad blood between us. Aslifr seems to consider this for a while before replying. It's no secret I didn't agree with how Sigurd ruled our clan. Bearing this in mind, I don't see what gives you the right to succeed him. But this feast is in his honour, and I will not insult his memory here, nor will I challenge you to claim this. Thank you for keeping things separate. Yeah, we're going to say that. Someone else, then he returns to his companions. Okay, let's talk to Ketil.
Busy entertaining your guests?
Ketil is standing off to the side, holding a horn full of mead. The young hunter appears to be watching the feast with a faintly amused expression, and he nods respectfully when you come near. Not too busy to check in on you. He looks like a rogue. Shifts. I've had an easy feeling all night. Have you seen Skull's households over there in the corner? Gera and Skaki. I heard stories about them. Nefia seems to be expecting trouble too, so I've decided to go easy on the mead and keep an eye out. I appreciate it. It never hurts to be careful. Aslifr. Speaking of which, keep an eye on the big lug back there. He and his friends have been putting their heads together all night. I think they might be planning something. Aslifr is family. He wouldn't attack me. He raises an eyebrow, just like his picture. Sure, he wouldn't do anything underhand, but it's basically tradition for your family to fight over who gets to sit in the big chair. But this is your feast. I'll watch Aslifr and his friends. Should you relax and enjoy yourself? Okay, we've got one more person to talk to. This is Ragnhild the White. Ragnhild the White is the most influential of your guests. As the vassal of King Sigurd, she is the current ruler of Denmark. She has come from the trade hub of Rib into the south, where she presides as Jarl. She nods politely as you approach the seat. It was a beautiful ceremony, Putraldi. I expect my condolences for your loss on behalf of Rib and of the king. I must tell you, I advise him not to seek out the isles across the sea. Well, I've heard the stories of unprotected coasts and their treasures, but there is more danger than the rumours let on. I'm not surprised they claimed his life. I am glad at least he died with a sword in his hand. Did you know Sigurd well? Thank you for it. No, I'm going to say this. Of course, your father's sword will be missed in our struggles against the Franks. Did you know Sigurd? Oh, we got it increased by 1. That's good. Did you know Sigurd well? I knew him as a warrior. We fought together at Bravilia, and he struck me as a shrewd tactician. When your king needs you, I hope you'll serve him as well as your father did. I will serve. You have my word. I'm glad to hear it. Our king will not forget those who aid him in battle. If you excuse me, I must do... Yes. She's grace. The old shield maiden smiles. She gratefully slides back down into her seat, whereupon she spears a large piece of chicken with her knife and dumps it on the plate. She must be hungry. I think I've talked to everybody, so that's good. Game saved successfully. Good, good. We're going to sit here. Following the initial meet and greet, everyone toasts to your father and digs into the meal. Food covers every inch of the table, and freshly brewed mead seems to flow endlessly. Following the... Oh yeah, okay, great. You listen to Nephew's usual complaints about her mother, then Kettle perks up and slips discreetly out of the longhouse. Outside, some pieces of pottery crashes against the ground and men begin to shout. In short order, the doors fly open, and the doorway is filled by Ottar Erlingsson, sword in hand. Outside, you see his brother standing over the prone form of Kettle. Ottar looks around the room with disgust. What splendid feast for a shit thing! Ottar gaze stops upon you. He raises his sword to point at you accusingly. Butteraldi! Your family had its chance to earn our respect, and you wasted it. Come outside and defend your honor, or we'll burn down this hall to the ground. Nifia jumps to her feet, holding her knife, her voice seething with disgust. Ottar, you miserable drunkard! How dare you take your thing's honor during his own feast? Your family will pay for this. Ottar turns his back on you and is already walking outside. All the other guests turn to gaze you, and your mother leans in. You have to handle this. Nefia, stay here. I'll handle this. Nidingar. The drunk fool is here for a fight. I think we'll actually have to kill them this time. Okay, great. So we can pick up what's in here. So we've got an heirloom. Okay, take all. Oh, okay, close. Okay, so we will have my shield. 9 or 6 or heirloom sword. And then we'll obviously put this here, and then mead, we'll put this here. Excellent. Let's walk outside, I believe. Whoa. So we've just had our father's funeral. We're feasting to his honor. Then this arsling has now asked us for a fight. Damn. Damnation. Hopefully we won't be loading for too long. During conversations, be mindful of your choices, as many options will change your reputation. Most of the guests follow you outside and form a half circle behind you. You're generally aware of the other things muttering among themselves. Nefia runs over to Kettle to help him up, back to his feet. A streak of blood runs from his hair down his cheek, but looks like he can still fight. 4 against 1. This is what the sons of Erling Thor Gilson considers a fair fight. Utter's brother Tosti sneers as he sounds drunk. Shut your mouth, woman, he stated. Does your father know you're here, just rung his name? Utter shifts his weight restlessly as regards the things assembled behind you. He does not, but he will be proud of us when Aslifir in our father is finally our thing instead of you. You've gone too far, Utter. There is no honor in this. I must take Butaroli's side here. Okay, he's now following us. Good. For the moment, confusion mixes with fright in Utter's eyes, but he quickly... Fine, we'll kill you all, then I'll be Thane. Okay, so... we have 3 people. This guy's an archer, so we are going to move here. Let's move her here, and then we can attack this guy. Kettle, can we... Oh, yes. Can you attack? We can't attack again. Ah, yes, I see. Oh, he just took off his arm. Holy crap. Okay. Can we can't move. Okay, great. Enter. He's gonna... Oh, he took 28 damage. Oh, he just got some... Okay, Kettle, you're fine. We're gonna attack this guy. I think you need to go and attack this person here. And this... Okay, good. Can you... You can... He can take... Okay, we're gonna end the turn here. Okay, great. Kettle, can you take him out? That would be fantastic. He is down. He is down. Okay, so... my friend, you will have to... Good. Victory! We just won our first battle. Fantastic. Existing injuries. Light trauma to the head. Okay, so... there's injuries, utility items. We didn't use any of the things that we had. Utter Erlingson lies on the frozen earth in a small pool of his own blood. His blank eyes gaze at the sky. Utter's surviving brothers are slowly getting to his feet. None of them have any fight left in them. What do we do? Execute them. Execute them? Should we execute them? We could do. I think that would be... What do we do with them? Execute them. Their grim work does not take long. Your guests look solemnly as the snow in front of your feast hall turns red with the blood of the farmers. If any of them doubted your resolve before, now they see what you are made of. I'm kind of like... Oh my god, that is brutal. That is brutal. He has no sons anymore. Aslifir steps forward. He looks not at the least bit tired from fighting. I supported you here tonight because Utter and his brothers were out of line. It is no way of our clan to kill each other in the drunken brawls. Okay, Butaroli, son of Sigurd, I challenge you to a duel for the position of Thane. An excited murmur raises among the guests. Kettle murmurs in his voice, too low for anyone other than Nefja to hear. Can you believe this? Biku Seigneur! It is his right to such a challenge. His timing could be better, though. I accept your challenge. We will meet on Holmgang Island at noon on the morrow. May the gods favour you. Okay. let's... Can we... We'll take all of these. Excellent. You don't have anything? Okay. Ah, that's how you... Okay, we're going to leave it here, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time on Expedition Vikings. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm loving it so far. Thanks for watching. See you later.